Well, that didn't last long. Last week, the Department of Homeland Security posted a list of so-called sanctuary jurisdictions meant to highlight for America which cities and counties were not cooperating or even obstructing federal enforcement of immigration laws. And it said those places would be getting a formal notification of noncompliance. Well, that list was up on the DHS website for all of 3 days. It was removed, disappeared with not nearly the fanfare as it was published, after tremendous pushback from the cities and counties on that list. And probably most importantly, because of a strongly worded letter from Canyon County Sheriff Kieran Donahue. Not because the 2C carries much weight with the feds, but because Sheriff Donahue is president of the National Sheriff's Association, representing more than 3,000 elected sheriffs across the country. And that's a significant sect of like-minded law enforcement. First, the list. It was dropped on the DHS website last Thursday, May 29th. A quick scroll and you'll find Idaho, with the City of Trees as the only Gem State city listed, which prompted a Friday response from the mayor's office, saying they had yet to hear anything from Homeland Security and they weren't sure why Boise was on that list, because the city doesn't have jurisdiction over the Ada County Jail and it can only do so much with a federal issue. So the city wasn't sure how it was being uncooperative. Oh, and also, Boise is not a sanctuary city, just a welcoming one. More on that in a moment. Perhaps the response that carried a bit more weight than Boise's was from the Canyon County Sheriff Kieran Donahue, who is also the president of the National Sheriff's Association. In a letter on Saturday, Sheriff Donahue criticized the DHS list, saying it seemed to be created in a vacuum without any input. Quote, sheriffs nationwide have no way to know what they must do or not do to avoid this arbitrary label, Donahue wrote, adding, putting out this list has not only violated the core principles of trust, cooperation, and partnership with fellow law enforcement, but it also has the potential to strain the relationship between sheriffs and the White House. Sheriff Donahue went on to say, sheriffs of this country feel betrayed, and the list must be removed immediately, which it was by Sunday. Secretary Kristi Noem explained the removal this way.
Some of the cities have pushed back.
Sort of.
They think because they don't have one law or another on the books that they don't qualify, but they do qualify. They are giving sanctuary to criminals. So that list is absolutely continuing to be used, and it is going to be identifying those cities and those jurisdictions that aren't honoring law and justice.
Well, neither Secretary Noem nor that now removed list provided evidence or examples of what any of these jurisdictions might be doing to inhibit Homeland Security in enforcing our immigration laws. What we do know, this isn't the first time President Trump has tried to come after sanctuary cities or so-called sanctuary cities, but also sanctuary cities are not a thing in Idaho, because back in 2023, Idaho actually outlawed such cities. Senate Bill 1030 made it so local entities could not do anything to stop immigration enforcement, giving the Attorney General the authority to enforce that law. So Boise is not a sanctuary city, but it is a welcoming city. Has been since May of 2019, as designated by the national nonprofit Welcoming America, one of just 5 cities in the country at the time. Welcoming means Boise has committed to doing things like making sure access to community services is available to all residents.
We have the longest standing refugee organization in the country, because we started it 10 years ago. Whether you're an immigrant, a refugee, or God bless you, whether you're from California, you are welcome in the city of Boise.
That was then Mayor Dave Beater during a debate with, the future mayor, Lauren McLean, who's held on to that welcoming city title. As for threatening to withhold federal funds from the cities on this list, President Trump also tried that back in 2017 when he issued a very similar executive order. San Francisco then sued, and the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled the order unconstitutional, saying that would require congressional approval. If you want to take funds away from cities, you need Congress to say okay. By the way, we did try to speak with Sheriff Donahue about his letter to DHS today, but we were told he was, quote, inundated with meetings and phone calls about this very thing, so he didn't have time today. Maybe tomorrow.